wonderful red carpet and all of our wonderful guests. Good to see such a great turnout for everybody. This is obviously our first virtual red ribbon cutting event. So again, we appreciate the patience, but we're going to kind of jump into it and have some fun today. Quick reminder, please keep yourself on mute. There'll be plenty of time for questions and everything at the end. And if you do have those questions, make sure you pop them into that chat box, and we'll make sure to touch on that. So let's kind of jump into this. This morning, I have the honor of introducing Kimberly Benjamin of Fort Collins Family Acupuncture. Kimberly started Fort Collins Acupuncture in 2008 after spending many years volunteering in her field. She held positions of vice president of her national association before becoming the president of the Colorado Association. She eventually hung up her hat after 10 years of volunteering to focus her time and energy on her local community. She's originally from Bellevue, a little town outside of Seattle. She made her home here in beautiful Fort Collins in 2008. Her favorite hobby is swimming. She swam up at Horsetooth a few weeks ago in 57-degree weather. Is that warm or cold? That's okay. So it's cold. It's cold. So she's tough as nails. It's cold. Her not so secret celebrity crush is the devilishly handsome Dave Matthews. Actually looks like he's a fan of hers too. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, we should really listen to Dave. She has a kitty cat. His name is Yeezy Mao. She thought when she named her kitty cat this, that it meant #1 cat. But in reality, it means one piece of a cat. I promise you, she has an entire cat. He is very spoiled. He's loved. She loves animals. She adores him. Something not a lot of people know about Kimberly is she's a bit of a skeptic. I asked Kimberly what her spirit animal is. She replied, most people would assume it's a cat. However, I believe it's an eagle. So please help me give this mighty eagle, Kimberly, a very, very warm and exciting red carpet welcome. Hey.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me? Oh, yeah, I'm still not on mute. Okay. Thank you so much for coming today and just taking time out of your day to come help me christen our new clinic here, our new clinic space. We moved during the pandemic. So we'd already signed the lease on this place back in January. So we did a lot of renovation. We moved a few walls. We did a lot of paint. We did carpet. And we moved in over April. And we opened officially May 1st when we were actually allowed to open by the county. So it's been quite an adventure over the last couple months, but we're really happy to be open, and our patients are very happy that we're open. One of the things that, acupuncture and Chinese medicine can do for patients is really help their immune system. It can help with reducing anxiety, depression, all the things that people are sort of feeling right now with the state of the world. So we like to take the mystery out of acupuncture using helping people understand, even in a biomedical way, how acupuncture works. I will often tell people that acupuncture can increase your white blood cell count, which means it's increasing your immune system. It can increase your serotonin levels, which then helps your mood. It can also decrease your cortisol levels, which can help manage your stress. Not to mention that it's fabulous to treat pain and all kinds of things. But my clinic would not function the way it does without, over the last 12 years or since I've been in practice, without my lovely colleagues that work with me. So I want to introduce you first to Savannah Russell. She's been with me, we do this every time, 5 years? 5 years now. And she's going to tell you guys what she specializes in, and then she's also going to give you a rundown of how the clinic is running during COVID to make sure that it's safe for everyone to come see us. Savannah Russell.
Hi guys, let's see, so I specialize, I'll treat everything, but the things that I really like to treat, mental health, addiction, I really like working with like the menstrual disorders, not necessarily all of women's health, but menstrual disorders, any sort of like PCOS, fibroids, stuff like that. Treating pain is always one of the things that I enjoy treating because so many people have pain in their daily lives, and acupuncture is really good at managing that. But overall, I will treat just about anything from kids, as long as they can tell me what's going on, all the way to, you know, throughout life. In terms of COVID, what we're doing right now, so we are wearing masks at all times, this being an exception, that way you can hear us on the camera. But both patients and staff are wearing masks. We are doing temperature checks when people come in, like a lot of businesses are doing, especially medical facilities. So if you have had any cough, fever, if you've been around anybody who has any of those symptoms, then we ask that you reschedule. And we are waiving the late cancel fee for those because, you know, it's in the best interest of everybody that we're all healthy. We're also, on top of our usual sanitation, we're doing extra cleanings in between patients. So wiping down every surface in the room. It takes us a little bit longer. So, you know, our schedules are a little spaced out right now for that reason. That way we aren't having any overlap and we have time to clean. All of the surfaces in our office are being wiped down every hour in the front. That's all the doors, all the hand sanitizer pumps, all the counters, all the pens, everything. We're trying to do everything contactless. So all of our intake paperwork is now online. You don't have to fill out any paperwork in the office. We're doing only credit cards so that, you know, there isn't an exchange between our front desk staff and the patient. You know, slip it into the machine, pull it out, you don't touch anything. And other than that, you know, we're doing everything that we can to be safe and keep everyone else safe. So far everyone said that they feel very, very comfortable coming in here. They feel a lot more comfortable coming in here than the grocery store or the post office or wherever else they're going. So I feel like we're doing a good job.
Thanks, Savannah. Okay, and then I also, the newest member to my team I want to introduce you to is Samantha Kloss. She started with us last fall, and she is just officially credentialed with almost all of the insurance companies. So we are working on trying to, you know, build her business, build her practice up, but she is a fabulous practitioner and trained actually underneath one of my favorite teachers in the world that I've followed. She had the honor of going to a school where he taught, and so she studied with him a lot. And so she just has such a great, she's a great practitioner, and she just has a great knowledge base because of the lineage that she studied. And I just want you to let you see her face and hear a few words about what she enjoys to treat. So here's Samantha.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Samantha. So I love to treat fertility and gynecology related concerns. I also love treating digestive issues. That's definitely a huge focus of mine, as well as chronic pain, and even actually dermatological related conditions. So eczema, psoriasis, things like that. And that's something that I largely use herbal medicine for. So as well as doing acupuncture, I really love incorporating like nutrition, dietary therapy, lifestyle advice, as well as herbal medicine, as it's a crucial part of Chinese medicine. But thanks for coming today, and I look forward to hopefully meeting some of you in the clinic.
Thank you, Samantha. And the last person of our staff that I want to introduce you to is Kendall Rogers. We would not be able to function without her. She's the person that you see when you come in. She's the one that calls you to remind you about your appointment and remind you about all our new policies. And then she makes sure your insurance paperwork is in order. She's going to talk a little bit about some of the new things we added to the clinic while we were on our hiatus. We took that time to really upgrade and do some things for the clinic. So she'll be talking about that. She's also watching all the questions. And if there's any questions that you guys have that are even like you want us to follow up later, just please put it in the chat box. And then if we don't get to it at this meeting, we'll definitely follow up with you afterwards. So just put your name and your information when you ask the question, so that and we'll be tracking that. So here's Kendall Rogers, who's the glue that holds us all together.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Kendall, and things that we've done over kind of the hiatus being closed over like the mandated period, where we revamped our website, so it's all new and really awesome in our opinion. We're continuing to kind of revamp some of the photos as well, so we're working on that right now. Also taking some time to focus more on some of our social media outreach so that we can have more patient engagement. So keep an eye out for that. I can post links to our Facebook page and our Instagram page in the chat as well if you're interested in following those. And then we have switched to a new scheduling system and electronic health record system. So all of your scheduling can be done online. There's a link to that on our website as well. And let's see, as Savannah mentioned, contactless intake. So all of your paperwork is now done online as well. And gosh, what else? I think that's been the main bulk of everything, other than moving, which is of course huge. But I think that's been at least things that I've been involved with. I don't know if there's anything that you want to add. Nice to see you all.
All right, so one of the ways that I'm going to open it up to questions, I think, unless and you can ask questions to any of us. And also, we're going to do 2 giveaways. One of them we're going to give away to anyone that likes us on Facebook or Instagram. We're going to give away, we're going to do a random drawing for an acupuncture session with Samantha for that prize, whoever likes us on Instagram or Facebook, or both. You'll get an entry into the drawing. If you already like us, we'll put you in there as well. Just make a comment or something that's saying that you'd like to be in the drawing. And then the other drawing, we're going to do a trivia question, and whoever answers first will be able to win that. So let's start with just questions, though. Should I pull up the box? Let's see. Is there anyone that is following this question? I'm not following this.
Here, Kimberly, I can help you. Hold on.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so from Patty Smith, the question is there an average time to have acupuncture to increase white blood count and immune system? White blood cells and immune system.
I wouldn't say there's an average count, other than if it's a consistent part of your life, that's something that will definitely be a side effect of it. So most people don't come in for that always exactly. They come in just for like a specific symptom maybe, and then that's just a side effect that will happen over time. A lot of our patients feel like because they were getting acupuncture, they actually have stayed really healthy during this time. So there's not an exact, I would say having acupuncture regularly, even if it's once a quarter, every change of season, we say people should get acupuncture every change of season, because that's when we need to be able to adapt to the season, and that's when people often get sick.
Okay.
So.
Patty, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Wonderful. Next question. This is from Handsome Nate, wherever Handsome Nate may be. The question is, can I use my Health Flex spending account for these services, for your services?
Absolutely. We take all types of HSA cards and flex accounts, and then we also do take insurance, which is, and we are in network with almost every, we're in network with every private insurance company. We're also in network with the VA. So we're in network with, and we also take, like, if you get in a car accident, and we'll take motor vehicle accident insurance for that. So yeah, we are in network and credentialed with all private insurances. We don't take, there's some talk that Medicare is going to start covering acupuncture for back pain. So maybe that will open the doors to some other things in the future, but that's not completely worked out.
And Kimberly, so Jessica has a question. Is it the whole clinic that accepts insurance, or is it just you and Savannah, or how does it work?
It's all of us. We're The only insurance company that Samantha's not credentialed with yet is Blue Cross, I think. And that's coming. They just take, because they're so big.
Perfect. Okay. Jen McLean had a question. Hi, Jen. So exciting to learn more about acupuncture. How do we make an appointment?
You can go to you can go and schedule online through our website, which Kendall will put in the chat box. And you can also, from our Facebook page, there's a book now button if you want to go that way. You can also just call our office, 970-472-0955, and Kendall will happily get you on the schedule.
Next question from Brenda. What's the average cost of an appointment? And average time to get an appointment? Sure.
That's a hard question. If we're billing insurance, your insurance will dictate like how much it's going to cost for you depending on your copay or your co-insurance, your deductible, all of those things will come into play. But otherwise, if you're self-pay and you're not using your insurance, it's $150 for the first session and then a $90 follow-up. Okay. We also just do cupping in our clinic. When Michael Phelps was doing cupping during the Olympics, it became really popular, and we created just cupping appointments. So we actually are giving away a just cupping session with Savannah this as one of our giveaways. And so if you want to try out cupping, it's all the rage. It's a wonderful modality that can treat all kinds of issues, including we treat a lot of people with like bronchitis and any sort of cough and lingering coughs. It's really wonderful to treat that. We obviously at this point, we're not having people come in with acute cough, but people that have COPD and things like that, it's really good to help open up the lungs and the chest, but it's also really good for musculoskeletal issues. In opposite of like massage, where with massage you're pushing down to break up the knots and the adhesions, cupping creates a suction and it separates all those tissues and allows blood flow back into those areas that it's been stagnant. It can be really beneficial.
Awesome. Oh, and how long does an appointment take?
Oh, yeah. And then the first appointment is usually about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, depending on how complicated your history is. Our new intake process has actually made it so that it's a little bit faster for patients because we have so much data coming in that we don't have to re-enter things into the chart. And so we can focus really in depth on their chief complaint. So it's about an hour and 20 minutes. And then the follow-up treatments are 40 minutes to an hour, depending on the patient.
Perfect.
And then cupping is usually about 20 minutes. It's not very long.
Okay. Do you recommend getting tested for allergies?
I think this was already answered, but I didn't see the first question, but thank you.
Okay, awesome. All right, thanks, Emily. Nancy Hamilton asked, how can acupuncture help with Zoom fatigue?
Yeah,
great question.
It definitely can. I mean, the one thing I think acupuncture, can help with everyone in this world. We're always all connected to everything. And when you come in, you're not really allowed to bring your cell phone. You can bring it in the room, but we ask that you turn it off. So like people do disconnect for that hour. They're checked out. So they have their brain. And then because the needles can help your body reset, it's sort of like turning your computer off and turning it back on and it works better, or turning your phone off and turning it back on and it works better. It's like the acupuncture needles kind of shut y'all off and then slowly reboot you, and it allows for a refresh. So definitely Zoom fatigue would be cured with an acupuncture session. So certainly can.
And for all of you who are sitting at a computer a whole bunch and getting that whole tech neck thing where your neck starts to hurt, your upper traps, cupping, gua sha, acupuncture is all really good to help release some of that.
You better watch out, Kimberly. Am I going to have 72 people making appointments right now from Zoom?
All right, we'll get everybody in.
Next question from Nate again. What's the biggest misconception about what acupuncture is all about?
Does anyone else want to answer that? I think one of the big misconceptions is that it hurts. I'm not saying that sometimes the needles hurt, but like, it's not like what people's idea of it with a shot. It's not like that. Most people find it very relaxing. They'll end up falling asleep on the table during their session. and just find it just really relaxing. So I've had people tell me it's more relaxing than a massage. And so that's a common misconception. Actually, the cupping sometimes hurts more than the needles. So I usually do the cupping first so that people can get through that and then relax with the needle.
And I think a lot of people think that acupuncture is just for pain, but acupuncture can treat a lot of internal medicine as well. We see a lot of people for digestive issues, for, just mental health in general. Acupuncture is really, really good at helping to balance the whole body. So for more than just pain, that's something that a lot of people think is, oh, well, acupuncture just treats back pain or knee pain, right? No, it treats the whole body. And the nice thing is we could treat the whole body at the same time. So if you have back pain and chronic stomach aches, we can treat both of that. So
very good. Thank you. A question from Anne Marie. What kind of training do you go through to get licensed?
You go ahead.
I'll take this one. So there's lots of training involved, and I actually do think that this is another misconception about acupuncture. A lot of people assume it's like kind of like a massage program, like you go to school for maybe like 6 to 9 months or something. But you need an undergraduate level education, and then you go to school for an additional 4 years for acupuncture training, and then you have to undergo 4 rigorous national board exams in order to become licensed in the States.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, does anybody else have any questions, or did I miss any in the chat? There are a few testimonials. So if Roseanne wants to get on and do her testimonial, I don't know where Roseanne is, or if she's still there. She is.
I typed it there in the box, Kim, but I'll just say a quick personal thank you to Kim and team. I have been seeing Kimberly probably for almost 10 years now, since I first joined the red carpet, and I think she was one of the first people I met, and I just needed to meet her. I had had a couple of serious surgeries, and so she helped bring me back to health, along with traditional Western and Eastern medicine really are just a great combination for me. And I've just stayed, every time I see her, I say, oh, I don't think I need this anymore. And I'm sure she's laughing right now. And then about 8 to 10 weeks later, I say, oh gosh, give me a recharge, some stress relief. And so it's just really been a healing, wonderful modality for me. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Thanks, Roseanne. 2 more questions. Do you take CHAMP VA for family members?
I'm not familiar with what that is, but is it part of TRICARE, possibly? Do you think it's TriWest? TRICARE.
Patty, do you want to elaborate on your question?
We can follow up with a patient, that person about that. We have the phone number. We'll follow up with you. I don't know all the names of all the different plans, but we'll look into it for you for sure.
Okay. And then last question I see is, do your services include dry needling? And what is the initial visit? We already talked about that. So do your services include dry needling?
Yes, we do dry needling. Dry needling is just an alternative name for acupuncture that's been used by other professions that don't actually get the training like we do. So the difference between someone that does dry needling and someone like us is my needling training is over 1,000 hours in just needling. A lot of the people that do dry needling maybe will take a weekend course or maybe slightly longer, but it's so that they can stick acupuncture needles in people, but they can't call it acupuncture because they don't have the training. So we do dry needling. It's included in our scope. It's included in what we do. So yes, we do dry needling.
Wonderful. And I have a last testimonial. So I went to Kimberly with some kidney stuff a while back. And I have to tell you, it was the most relaxing experience I've ever had. She is dead right. I fell asleep. I had needles sticking at every orifice of my face and my finger. I looked like the exorcism guy. But it was so relaxing. I just wanted to stay on the table for like the entire day. And she woke me up later and I almost cried. So it's a great, great resource for us right now, especially when we are Zoom fatigued and everything else going on in the world. But definitely take her up on it. It's a wonderful experience. So, oh, and Craig wants to do a testimonial. Craig, I see your question down here. Go for it, bud. Hold on.
Am I unmuted? There I am.
There you go.
Yeah, just real fast. So that's Pinhead from Hellraiser. I think it's not the exorcism guy.
Oh, well, you know me in movies. It goes well.
Oh, do I. So I had, and this was years ago, I had a pain in my arm. It was like a subtle pain that just wouldn't go away for a long, long time. And so finally I was like, ugh, because I hate going to the doctor, because then they're like, hey, we don't know, that's $150. I went anyway, and they're like, hey, we don't know, that's $150. I guess we could do an MRI. And I was like, I don't know. So I went to Kimberly, I did 2 sessions, it went away, it never came back again. I'm not saying she works miracles, but I'm not saying she doesn't work miracles. So, I mean, if you have chest pain, you should probably go see a doctor. But, for everything else, I'd give Kimberly a shot. She's wonderful. She has great manner about her, and I fall asleep every time on that thing. Every time. Warm lamp, beautiful music. Fort Collins Family Acupuncture, where your health is the point. That's her.
All right, Kimberly, we're going to turn it back over to you for the tour and door prizes and whatever else you ladies got planned for us.
So I just want to say we really appreciate all of the testimonials. On our website, you can find a link if you want to review us on Google or Facebook. We really like to have all of those. So thank you.
All right. We're going to do trivia, I guess, for a prize. And then we'll do the tour. Which one should we do? Oh, this one then. Yeah. Okay. So the trivia question, I'm going to say it, and then the rules are, you have to answer the question in the chat box. So pull up your chat box. Whoever answers the question correctly first will win a cupping session with Savannah. Okay? And if you're out of state, you can come here and visit us and get your session. Okay, so the question is, how many acupuncture needles are inside a hypodermic needle? No Googling allowed. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're coming in. Have you seen the right answer yet, Kimberly?
Not yet, I don't think. Wait. We gotta go back up.
That one was the closest.
Which one?
What he said. 22. Yeah.
That one. Oh, geez, Craig Vollmer. Is there anyone else? No.
140.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
And that was
sorry,
Craig.
Jessica, you're winning against Craig.
Oh, wait, was somebody else?
Yeah, but the other one's closer. Okay, 23. We're going to give it to Jessica.
Yay, Jessica.
Yoga. Sorry, Craig. We didn't scroll up far enough. All right, you guys.
So the exact answer for that is, so about 20 needles fit inside a Western medicine hypodermic needle. So acupuncture needles are very, very thin. They're about like the width of a strand of hair. So the whole point is just to make them not scary. They're not scary. They're it's way less painful and way less, as thick of a gauge as a Western medicine needle.
Okay.
So let's go ahead, and then what we're going to do, gang, is please stick around for the tour. We are going to do the ribbon cutting. We did say this was virtual ribbon cutting, so we are going to cut a ribbon today. And then quick reminder, too, there is a second giveaway. You just have to give Fort Collins Family Acupuncture a like and a follow on their Facebook page or Instagram page. So make sure you go and do that. Show them a little bit of love. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into it. The way I want to go about this, guys, is keep yourselves on mute. But once she cuts that ribbon, take yourself all mute and clap your little hands out. I want to make it sound like you're here with us because we can't do it in person. So clap your little hands off mute once we cut that ribbon. And then once that's done, we're going to immediately jump into a tour so you can see Kimberly's brand new facility. It's beautiful. Kimberly, will you go so you can actually see what we
Go where?
Where you're the main screen, so we can actually.
Go where?
No, just turn
Yeah,
this so that
turn that so we know.
Oh, I see what
it
you're
shows just
saying.
you.
Speaker view. Here, I'll pin myself.
There
Okay.
we go. All right, we're gonna figure this one out. So if you want to take that one,
I'll take those.
take those.
You take that. Wait, you don't need that. We're
No.
just gonna do it from behind. Okay, you guys are gonna. Oh, we can face this a second.
All right, gang. It's weird being it this way, but don't forget, clap hard when we're ready.
I've got my scissors.
That's right. That's right. Okay, guys. So 1, 2, 3. We're all gonna yell. Oh yeah, someone needs to. Hang on, we're getting the camera ready, gang.
The scissors.
Good to go,
Kim
camera.
has to be pinned.
Okay, everyone's unmuted now, so we're ready to clap, Chad.
We're ready to clap. Okay, so
Okay, can she be pinned?
on 3, we are going to all yell, "Poke me," and we're gonna clap our little hearts out. So 1, 2, 3. Poke me!
Hey.
Yeah! If you want to pick up the appreciated pieces, you're going to tap into it.
All right, Chad, I think you got muted too. You guys got to unmute yourselves over there. There we go. Okay, time for a tour.
Okay. You want to start outside?
Sure. All right, hope no one gets motion sick, so bear with us.
Okay, guys. Okay, so this is the front door. We got our name on the door here. Y'all with us?
Hey, Kimberly, you got to talk louder.
Oh, this is the front door. We have our name on the door. We're also in this space with Epic Massage and Rocky Mountain Natural Medicine. So, the lobby that you guys already have been hanging out in. This is where Kendall and all the staff. We don't always hang out all behind the front desk. We're usually very social distance. And this is the hallway to the room. And this is our first treatment room. We call this room the Yang room. We call it the Yang room because it has windows in it. And in Yang, Yang means daylight. And so that's one of the things that Yang represents. So that's why we call this room the Yang room. This is actually a picture on the wall that one of my teachers drew me. She's from a lineage of famous calligraphers. And so she drew this for me when I graduated and I framed it. And then this is what we call the Yin room. This is a crowd favorite for sure because it's got no windows and it's dark. We call it the Yin room because Yin is night. So because it has no windows, we definitely have patients that request this room and we save it for them. And then you come down the hall here and you can see our kitchen area. I made a frittata for everyone. I wish you guys were here to enjoy it with us. So we haven't even had breakfast yet, but we'll do that after. This is our office where all the magic happens. This is where, you can't see very well. This is where our desks are and we do all of our charting and our paperwork. And then this is our cupping station that we roll.
Can you see it? There we go.
Where we roll to all the different rooms when people need cupping. And then this is our last room. It's called the Chi room. I'll turn it around because it's the light.
Oh, there we
Turn
go.
it that way.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So this is our famous tree that our logo got kind of modeled after because everybody loved this tree. So our new logo has the tree.
Nice.
So modeled after this room because people loved the tree room. So we call this the chi room, which chi, a lot of people have heard of that word, is one of the 4 substances in Chinese medicine. And we also call it the tree room, and it's a green room, so we call it the green room. So it depends on who you're talking to, if it's the chi, the green, or the tree room. But yeah, so that's the clinic, and then the bathrooms are on the corner. And I really hope that some of you guys get to come and see the clinic in person someday. If you need an appointment, you know where to schedule.
And I know you guys can't smell it, but my God, does it smell amazing in here. It is very, very relaxing.
And there you go. That's the tour. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I don't know if we are doing breakout sessions again, or Kim, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again, guys, for joining us. Our plan is to do these once a week. So next Thursday, we will have another virtual red ribbon reception, red carpet reception for A Little Help is the name of the company we're going to be featuring next week. As always, we would love your feedback on how this went. We hope to get better at this. I hope to get better at this as we progress. But you know, we had 72 people on this call, which is amazing. So a big shout out to Kimberly and her team. Thank you again for being our first one at this. I think it went really well. I think the engagement was there. So thank you again, Kimberly. And I will be down there to check out your new place. And I want the dark room. That's what I want, the dark, dark, dark room. So thank you all again for joining us today, and we will see you all next week. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Kimberly.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you,
Bye,
Mom.
Kim.
Bye, Kimberly.
This was great.
You're awesome. Thanks, Kim.
Bye.